Hey ninjas, welcome back to our Code Kata series. This is where we level up our coding skills one small step at a time. If you've already tried our first Code Kata, awesome. If not, don't worry. Today I'll explain what a Code Kata is and we'll take another look at the bouncing ball code. So what's a Code Kata? In martial arts, a kata is a sequence of moves you practice again and again to sharpen your skills and become faster, stronger and more confident. And in coding, it's the same idea. A code kata is a short code challenge, like a drill, that you repeat to level up your skills. Just like a ninja repeats their moves, we practice code. So if you missed the first kata, don't worry. We're going to review the code together before we build on it in the next kata. By the end of this kata series, you'll be able to build something like this. Okay, so let's take a look at the code. Okay, so this is where we left off the last kata. We've got our bouncing ball here, but let's take a look at the code and just understand how this works. I missed a couple of things I'd like to explain a little bit better. Okay, so this is our when flag clicked event. The first thing we do is set the position of our ball sprite. We set it to the center of the screen, which is 0 for X and 0 for Y. So here the X is going to be in the middle and the Y is going to be at the top. We set the size to 50%. And then we set some variables. First one is gravity, which is a constant. Then we set our speed Y to 0 and we set the bounciness of the ball to 0.8. We want this to be between 0 and 1 because this is what slows down the ball. Now this forever loop is the start of our game loop, and here we change the speed by the inverse of gravity. So subtracting gravity from 0 will give us a negative, so that'll be -1. So we're setting speed to -1 the first time around, and then it will increase every time around this loop. That's how we get the ball to speed up as it drops. And then we change Y by speed Y, and then we check to see if we're below the floor level. And the way that we're doing this is to check that our Y position hasn't fallen below -167. Now this does depend upon your setup. This might be different for you. And the easiest way of checking what this number should be is just by grabbing the ball sprite and positioning it at the bottom. And then looking here, you see on my setup, it's at -167. Yours might be something different. And then if it has gone below the floor level, we set our Y position to be the floor level. And then we change our speed Y because the ball should reverse when it hits the ground. And to invert a number, you multiply it by -1. So multiplying speed Y by -1 would invert it, but multiplying it by a bounciness factor that is less than 1 will slow it down every single time around this game loop, every frame. And this is it working. It starts off at the top of the screen, speeds up as it falls, bounces and slows down until it stops. Okay, great. I'll see you in the next kata where we'll build on this.